Norvaza on the beat.
Yo, Smoke. This one's Fuego.
Can't prepare for this, can't prepare for the madness. Can't prepare for this, imagine truly how sad it is. Can't prepare for this, can't prepare for the madness. Can't prepare for this, imagine truly how sad it is. You can't escape from this. These people are diabolical. You haven't stirred your food and escape plans, they give you the memo. Your house is on fire, all your food's consumed. Within 100-mile radius, everything is doomed. Conspiracy, yeah, it's conspiracy. Everything's on fire, cars are melting but not the trees. Baruch prophesied, fire will fall from heaven, but it ain't the work of God. These lasers are the works of devils. Can't prepare for this, can't prepare for the madness. Can't prepare for this, imagine truly how sad it is. Can't prepare for this, can't prepare for the madness. Can't prepare for this, imagine truly how sad it is. Millionaires and the poor cheerleader are all the same. They're taking your property to make smart cities for Olympic Games. What we call wealth, they call it small change. They print the money, all of us are debt slaves. Can't prepare for this, can't prepare for the madness. Can't prepare for this, imagine truly how sad it is. Can't prepare for this, can't prepare for the madness. Can't prepare for this, imagine truly how sad it is. Many people are losing their lives, a bunch of news they ain't reported. Say they gon' cast out Satan, he ain't gon' tell himself. Only one way to protect ourselves, that's the trust in our God. True, we don't lie on him, can't make ourselves a God. Now we can dig a hole and stack up all our resources. That only prove that we don't trust who create the resources. He gave us testimonies, we must believe in them. He gave us breath from heaven and meat from the air. Can't prepare for this, can't prepare for the madness. Can't prepare for this, imagine truly how sad it is. Can't prepare for this, can't prepare for the madness. Can't prepare for this, imagine truly how sad it is. These are the beginning of sorrows, these things must occur. I pray you don't fall into the trap with those creating their own cure. It's not written, he has abundance in it and will be saved. But he that keeps his commandments and endure to the end shall be saved. I'm seeing Armageddon, I'm seeing Armageddon. I can hear them sirens, I hear them trumpets ringing. I hear them angels crying, I hear them angels cheering. Ahayah released Yasha, told them to go and get them. And Michael coming with them, coming to take the kingdom. On their fiery horses, thousands of the choices. Coming to fight Satan and his Taliban. Coming with the wrath and fury of the great I am. Clash of the titans, how you fight with your creator. Satan promised to rule from the north like his creator. Time no longer takes for sin, Ahayah ran out of patience. Satan to see the whole world and weaken all the nations. This the hour all the saints and prophets pray for. The cup of fury give our adversaries double. The angels of no mercies waiting in the pits of hell. All our adversaries dragged to the fiery jail. That kingdom come, let your will be done as it's in heaven. Time to execute judgment in the earthly realm. The valley of decision, valley of Jehoshaphat. His garment dripping blood and trading down the wine fat. Wake up your mighty man, prepare yourself for war. Beat your pruning hooks and spears, plowshares and swords. Higher than the north, what you done to us. Yasha stripped your glory, brought you down to mere dust. He flies into the air, make a mountain with his hands. Lead the nations confounded, they can't comprehend where his strength come from. The only begotten son, prophesied to redeem and bring our kingdom. In their weaponry, they put their trust in. They have one desire, to overcome the king. Open his mouth and roared, out goes flames of fire. All who heard the sound was instantly devoured. All you can see is smoke, you can smell the stench. With their God, that deceiver, heading to the pit. Eternal torments, what they anticipate to be cast and destroyed into the fiery lake. From the apocalypse of Paul, just is the judgment of the Most High, and there is no acceptance of persons with the Most High. For whoever have done mercy, on them he will have mercy, and whoever shall have not pity, neither shall Ahayah pity him. Let him therefore be handed over to the angel Tartarus, who is set over the punishment, and let him place him in outer darkness, where there is weeping and gnashing of teeth. There be great effects and signs. Understand that. The whole earth will feel and understand the power of the Most High. The whole earth, the whole world should know what the Most High is doing.
When you see that chasm in the sky, oh, luminaries void of light, yeah. Sun and God with flaming angels every side. Wartime, Messiah's coming back with vengeance on his mind. Judgment executing, rebels execution. It's proper retribution to recompense the putrid. Changing of the thrones of king forever undisputed. Unified under heaven, sin won't be included. No.
He's coming with vengeance to censure sin, no longer tolerating heaven. He's coming to recompense those who are deceived by the devil. They abuse his ways, load his law. The kingdom he prepared for them, he found no place for. The appointed days at hand, he calls them to repentance. As in the days of Noah, the world don't have an ear. Won't bend the knee to his law. This what the prophets saw. This ain't just a bar. He blown the trumpet to warn y'all. Merciless and powerful, the angels is coming with the Messiah. He don't command them to slay you, they gon' burn you with a heavenly purifier. Say got you on death trip, you can't be for real. How you gonna go get your creator and think you gon' live?
When you see that chasm in the sky, oh, luminaries void of light, yeah. Sun and God with flaming angels every side. Wartime, Messiah's coming back with vengeance on his mind. Judgment executing, rebels execution. It's proper retribution to recompense the putrid. Changing of the thrones of king forever undisputed. Unified under heaven, sin won't be included. No.
Babylon falling, repent, take heed to the warning. Been blowing the trumpet, get on the ark, the birds got a feast in the morning. Judgment is at the door, he coming back for war. Cut off the head of the whore, blood dripping down his sword for slaying the wicked. It won't be safe no more. Messiah's coming back and he gon' stand on business. I heard that hell is hot, don't wanna stand in that kitchen. Satan been warring with the saints for so long. It's prophecy that he won't go to hell solo. Cause the Father never sent an empty threat, no. He's giving out the charge to bind the wicked souls. Gather his sheep in the barn and burn up the goats. With the angels that vow to torment the soul. Expensive chastisement like he would with Louis Belt. Who you gon' call for help? It's better you weren't born to have a part up in the second death. Acts 17 say he appointed a day. He died for us once, this time he coming to slay.
Yeah, chasm in the sky, oh, luminaries void of light, yeah. Sun and God with flaming angels every side. Wartime, Messiah's coming back with vengeance on his mind. Judgment executing, rebels execution. It's proper retribution to recompense the putrid. Changing of the thrones of king forever undisputed. Unified under heaven, sin won't be included. No.
Fam, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Everybody good?
Come.
Glad to hear that. All praise be to the Father, the Almighty God of our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Ahayah. Oh, hell Ahayah. Hell Ahayah.
Hell Ahayah.
Shabbat Shalom to everybody who's chiming in with us. Those who, I want to say this. The day is drawing near. The Passover be coming up sooner than we know it. So if anybody that that been following us for a while and have communicated with me, that are interested in joining us celebrate the Passover, please let us know via chat, via email. Brother Azariah, would you put that in the email section for me, please? Don't pin us. Pin the location. But anyway, this plan. My man. She the one snitched on you. No, but in all seriousness, though, it's time to get down to this lesson. Before we get started with the lesson, the title is "It's the Beginning of Sorrows and the Lord's Day is Near." It's the beginning of sorrows and the Lord's Day is near. I asked y'all how everyone was doing. Everybody say good. Let that not let not our peace right now deceive us. A couple of days ago, out in California, they woke up to some contrary to peace all over the earth. Levi sent me a video. Hopefully, we can get it to show everyone. But the same day, all over the earth, madness is going on. In strange places, it's flooding. Places don't really snow. They're getting feet of snow. Mm-hmm. Foots of snow, right? Feet of snow. Feet of snow. Mm-hmm. See, son, I told you going to school is important, boy. You're talking like your daddy. You go to school. You'd be more articulate than your father. But please do. Save you a lot of trouble. But no, I'm serious because one day it will be our turn. And it's a lot of stuff I've been watching, but we had time to show. So Brooks sent me a video. I'm going to show that. But one thing I want people to understand, because a lot of people say this is God's doing. Okay? The Most High is not doing this. He's allowing it to happen, but he's allowing it to happen for a reason. And his lesson going to bring out the reason. Okay? But we're going to show you man-made. Oh, let me be quiet. We're just talking about this. Pseudo, yeah, thank you. See, pseudo disasters. Well, they ain't false because it's real disasters, but it's not of the Almighty. Okay? So what we're going to show now, there's some strange fires. Even the fireman said his 34 years of service, he never seen nothing like that. You know, and they have systems that, you know, create winds and storms and all kind of stuff. But I'm trying to walk this tight line. But with that being said, just know, according to this book, when the Most High does his destruction, it says the whole earth is going to melt with fervent heat. Right? Like I said, when men do something, they know it's local. It's in certain areas. When the Most High do it, everybody feel it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't leaving out nothing. Okay? Ain't no escape. Only way you going to escape is by his angels. Outside that, it's a wrap. Ain't no getting your car driving. Ain't no getting no plane. Ain't no getting no boat. None of that. Right? So just know this is not the Most High's judgment, like what the Bible talks about from a biblical perspective or proportion. This is the Most High allowing man to do Satan's will. Okay? So let's start with the two videos. Let's open the Bible real quick. Let's get Matthew 24. What is it, verse?
The first one, 4 to 6.
Yeah, 4 to 6. Mm-hmm. Matthew chapter 24, verse 4 to 6.
6 to 8.
6 to 8. See there, you messing me up already. You ain't got started yet. Can't trust you no more. Yo, what's she at? Oh, she with winner. Oh, you put it in there? Cool. Did he go? Mm-hmm. Oh, he put. I thought you was putting the video in the chat.
Oh, I can. I think once we get to it, I'll just copy that.
Okay.
They're gonna be able to see it, though.
Right. Yep. The Matthew 24 verse. What do you say? 6 to 8. It reads, "And you should hear wars and rumors of wars.
Now, let's make one thing clear. There's all kind of wars. There's all types of warfare, right? He's not just talking about somebody with some swords in their hand, somebody with guns in their hand, or shooting missiles. What we're seeing right now is warfare, right? Gee, you don't get body slammed before it's over with, boy. What we're seeing right now is warfare, right? Anything that causes destruction against something or people, place, or things is an act of war. When it causes destruction for a purpose. But I want to say this though. I was talking to my wife last night about it. I said, no, it's crazy because I never knew this until I started digging into what they call the Titarian era. Them Hebrews. They were not Titarian, they was Hebrews. Okay? And they did the same thing to all their buildings. And then they came with the world fairs and try to say that they built these buildings in 6 months and 2 years to destroy them. But what's the word I can use? Allegedly, all these buildings, marvelous buildings made out of granite, marble. I mean, buildings that last forever. Will still be some of them still here. They kept them, and they said they was founded in this year, that year. Then they gave some Edomite the credit for building them. Somehow he built all these buildings all over the world. That would take years to make. They don't have the technology to make them right now. Marvelous buildings. Okay. Somehow, most of the gorgeous creations were destroyed by a fire. When you read the stories, somehow a fire started and melted these materials. You gotta be inspired to melt granite. Like, I just seen cars catch on fire, but not melt until recently. And then there's a tree standing right on the side of the car. It don't even smell like smoke. But the car dripping as it melts. That's a different type of fire. Am I going too far? Okay. Yes.
Yeah, and it's funny when you look at it. It's so uncommon compared to any other car fire. I mean, you can see cars blow up. You still kind of see the paint. You might, the whole car ain't crispy, black and silver. Like that's
Melting.
how all them cars was, just to the core. Like, it's uncommon.
But the thing is, y'all watch and see. There's a special event going to be happening over there soon, in a couple of years. Watch everything, come back to life for a certain purpose. It's in a song I said. It's event happens every 4 years. Let's just put it like that. Okay. They're playing right now, like in Detroit and Tampa. They're creating these 15-minute smart cities. They want to glorify the projects. So imagine back in the day, for some of y'all weren't born then, but when I was a kid, we had projects. Like in Detroit, they had projects. Kind of in Chicago, projects. Still today, New York, projects. But imagine being in a larger project, but now you can go to the gym there, you can shop, you can eat, you can go to the pool. Everything is right there where you ain't even got to drive a car. Because that's the whole thing. They're coming out with these electric cars. They're trying to do that, but ultimately they don't want you to drive a car. Ultimately. And I seen this years ago where those who escape destruction, this is their plan. So they will. The plan is to put us back into chattel slavery. Okay, but this time a study not getting paid. I think that they were going to pay by $15 an hour, something like that. I read this years ago. But those who bow down to master, but those who don't receive the mark, how it's written. So I don't know about y'all, but $12, $15 ain't worth my soul. You know what I mean? I'd rather go in the bosom of my father than try to save my life. But so what we're seeing is warfare through a strategy called weather. They used it in actual war. They did it in Vietnam, right? They gonna cut us off. I'm just saying, it ain't nothing new in the sun. They been doing this. According to Enoch, this technology come from the fallen angels. When he showed them how the clouds work, yes.
And it's funny that you say that because we know what it is, but like if you watch the news, they was trying to say that some of the cities that was on fire was caused by arson. So now they like have suspects in custody now.
They always put somebody in your face to hide the true face. Because I ain't seen a lot of fires, but I ain't seen no wind blow like that at the same time. Because for those who don't know, it's like with fire, if you add oxygen to it, it's gonna intensify. Ain't no greater force than free flowing air. I mean, it was hurricane. Let's watch the video. I don't know. Let me see. This the second one we gonna watch. Yep, this one. Yes, sister. Before we get started. Hold on. But before you get started, let me ask somebody y'all all a question, because y'all, especially y'all young folk. Because I noticed Candace Owens, on all her videos, it be silent for like 10 seconds. Is that escaping something? Like, huh? Yeah, like, but come on, like ain't no sound. But it be her, she be going, then like 10 seconds later, she'll come on. That's what all her videos are. I'm saying she's trying to escape an algorithm or something. I don't know why she's doing that, but I was curious. Okay. Or I said maybe she had a song on there or something where they muted. You know how they be muting music? But I thought she was trying to escape an algorithm or something to be shut down. Anybody see my chapstick? That's my chapstick over there? Blistick? Give me my chapstick. Y'all. Yeah, let me steal my stuff. Leave. Now see, I had to go get my other one. Y'all done stole my towel.
You need that.
No, I got this one. Who?
Glasses spray?
I got it right here. I brought this one.
Okay.
Sheba had it in one of her purses she ain't had in about 5 years. Waste my money. Let's go. She did. Yes, go get it.
I don't think. Do this work?
Yep.
I did a little research on the trees, and it's like the trees don't burn because they say that they have trees that have fire-resistant bark. But that's how the Most High made them. All trees don't burn. They say the leaves won't burn because of all the moisture in the trees. So you'll still see trees standing when houses and stuff burn down.
Okay, now let me tell you something. I was telling Sheba about this, about dealing with fire. I hear them talking, but that's their excuse. Because I was laughing because I seen the video where it's in this video, where they got the helicopters dumping water. Now, my nice little side, y'all know my little fire pit. It can rain 6 hours straight. My fire is still going. It naturally forms some kind of insulation up under there. It's heat, and it has to rain like all day. I mean, I didn't see it rain hard. So when it started raining, shoo, come back. Okay, that's cool. That's what they say. But I'm talking about when it comes to leaves. I've learned leaves is like gasoline. When I be starting my fire, putting leaves in, shoot, it goes smoky. Then woof, leaves are like putting some fuel. And I didn't burn wet leaves. So they only stay wet for so long. The heat is gonna dry. It's gonna take out the moisture. So, they say a lot of stuff. But one thing that I do know is, and I don't even understand how they do it, but when that wood, when wood is really on fire, it's hard to put it out. Hard. I mean, seriously. Like, it's just something. Wood. I just been amazed at wood for these last 4 years. But this is so. What I'm gonna do is I'm not going to go back and forth with you, but what I'm saying is, when I'm looking at these fires that I've been looking at, we all been seeing. That's enough time for anything to burn. Now it's different if the fire just came and went, because it takes time for wood to actually catch on fire where it starts to burn from the inside. But these intense fires, shoot, I hear him. He didn't. One thing for certain, he didn't make trees out of stone. I tell you that. So all will burn. They can say fire resistant, bright, all will burn. Yeah. But with that kind of fire, with that intensity, that long, they gonna burn. Yeah, the house is gonna catch on fire sooner, but all it needs is that fire to stay there for a little while. It's been standing for a little while with this intense fan blowing to intensify the heat. So no. Yes, Sister Kana.
I was wondering because they out there and the houses are dilapidated. I mean, they burnt up, but no explosions from gas lines or nothing. I didn't.
They don't report everything. Everything not reported. Like I was telling Shiva, it's talking about 11 people died. How you know? How you know? Everybody dying. Like I said, they gonna shoot up a SOS. I'm dead. I'm dying. No, thousands are dying. When you see them fires, like I don't know. I can't say what happened at the end of the video. I'm watching this video. It's this woman driving. Somebody is recording it live. They're trying to escape the fire. She's like, "Lord," you see, "Lord Jesus, Lord Jesus." It's a tunnel, and she's trying to go through the tunnel and escape, and right into the fire. And the more she drove, the more into the fire she went. I'm like, "How you escaping that?" And the video went off. Gone. I mean, you that car, the tires gonna melt. The car, everything, you gone. The heat, I'm talking about fire ain't no joke. That heat. Remember I told you how that heat ain't nothing to play with. Like seriously, y'all remember that one night in my house at movie night when my cousin sat there and got a leg burned. That heat ain't nothing to play with. Now imagine that heat. You in the car, you gone. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that so they can't report. People are trapped. It's not just one fire. It's 10, 20 fires all surrounding you. Where you going? You can't drive away. Like that's the thing about these kind of situations. If you don't have insight or get the memo, ain't no leaving. Everybody got the same plan. The traffic is not moving nowhere, but the fire is. The fire is. Where you gonna run to? So this is what I want all of us to understand. This is what I was trying to tell Shiva, because I made that song last night because I had it in my mind. I said, you can't prepare for this. You can't prepare for this matter. And all these churches talking about preparation and all kind of stuff. That's what I told Shiva. We believe in the testimonies. So let's say, now them people, them ain't no $10,000 houses. Them big multi-million-dollar houses. You heard me. Now, they got food storage everywhere. Who got to the food? I'm just saying. So let's say over here, let's say we have this little area. We tell the church. So let's say I'm here telling the church, yeah, when this happens, we're gonna do this. How? Well, before we going, it's burnt down. But this is what we must understand. We claim to serve the God of our fathers, Ahayah. Like in the song I said, we can dig a hole and stack our resources. All that shows that we don't that we don't trust He who created the resources. But man want us to make ourselves a God. When the testimony is showing that, like I told her, look how our fathers come out of Egypt, right? In their back was the Red Sea. To the right huge mountain. To the left, huge mountain. In front, Pharaoh and his army. So where it appears that there's no hope, where no man can do anything, is when our God shows that he's the God of all gods, the only true living God. There will come a time when it's like it will appear to be no hope. We don't see what he see. While we sit here thinking, how we going to eat? How I'm going to feed my child? We don't know there's angels that surrounds us. The Most High can create anything. Like he said, he gave us bread from heaven, quails from the sea. He said, Christ says, learn from the sparrow. Are we worth more than a bird? So that's all. That's the opportunity what the Most High says to prove us. To prove us, see if we really trust in him. Because we looking for our resources, looking what we stack. We ain't trusting him. We trust in what we did with our own hands. Those are what the testimonies are for. When you see him doing his marvelous work, there was no hope. They was in the area where there was no water that was drinkable. Show me a time when men drank water out of a rock. What time our God did it. He didn't get them a little bit. They could, where the wire was dripping, they had their hand here. They lapped water like a dog. Nah, it gushed out. Gave them an abundance. It was even the cattle was satisfied. Gave them surplus to take it on the road with them. But no man. So I don't care what church is talking about taking these skills, learn how to do this. For what? That only shows that you don't trust them. So I want this church to understand that we don't serve. We're not gods. If we're gods, then we don't need the God that created us. That's what we're saying. Because like I say all the time, our fathers were way more industrious than us. And there was nothing they could do in the wilderness. He did that for a reason. To teach us who he is. See, when we try to do stuff on our own, he calls it shortening his hand. Mm-hmm. That's why our fathers died black, because not because they starved, but because they lacked faith. They didn't believe. Although he has done these things, they still didn't believe. But he gave us these testimonies. So the more of everything I'm saying in this whole lesson, in my mind, right, is to understand why these things are going on. Because if we kept his laws, none of these things would be going on. But he's allowing these things to go on to wake us up. So if that scares us, if that put fears in our heart, so if it does, remember that it's him that's allowing it to happen. But his judgment is coming. All these things are going on because of Israel's disobedience. Because of our wickedness. So understand, all these things are signs for us to realize we must be right in his sight. Because a lot of people have passed, people have drowned. They don't know who floating, who floating and went way to another city. Who got cremated? They don't know. That's why they say things up, so they can act like they doing something. They ain't trying to do nothing. They want that land back. They owe that to somebody. They got. See that? Hey, okay. Just like Messiah said. He be okay. You're right. You ain't leaving. You won't be leaving. At the sign of smoke, I'm gone. This is what I'm saying. these are the beginning of sorrows, right? Sister asks, so am I saying we should not stack up on supplies, right? I'm not saying that, okay? What I'm saying, there's nothing wrong with stacking up with supplies. It might preserve us for a week. What I'm saying, don't put your trust in them, okay? Me and my wife, every time we go to Sam Club, we buy some tissue and some toilet, some paper towels. Every time. Not because I'm preparing for this day, but I don't want to run out. If something happened, the storm happened, and the stores, they came, took it all. At least I got some, but that's a different type of preparation. So, sister, what I'm saying right now, those tens of thousands of houses that destroyed, imagine all supplies that burn, that help the fire burn. So so if someone put their trust in that, the Most High is saying, that's vanity. Right? He tells us to be wise, so don't get me twisted. I'm not saying it's wrong to go, if you can afford to have, like, my wife jokes about me. I'm just a different type of person. If I like something, I'm going to buy multiple pairs or sets of it. If I like a pair of boots, I'm going to get all the colors that I like. Because I like the boots. Right? If I like, that's how I am. Like, I like to, like, a guy yesterday was trying to get me to buy something. He's like, all these name brand. I said, bro, I did that 30 years ago. I don't care what name is. All I like is nice stuff that lasts. Like, I don't care about all this other stuff. So don't try to sell me with these names. I don't care. As long as it's nice, hey, I'm cool, right? So I'm not materialistic. So the more what I'm getting back to is that those people who lost their houses are really the ones who know what we don't know. What most of the world don't know. They had the resources to stock up. Like I said, them houses, people, celebrities have lost their houses. I'm gone. So I don't know. I happen to once know a couple people who have a lot of money. They have a lot of stuff, right? You in their pantry, they got a lot of stuff. Then they got a whole other house in the back with a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So they have a lot of stuff, but right now it's gone. Now, were they wrong in stockpiling? No, ain't nothing wrong with that. The Most High even told who? Joseph. It'd be 7 years of plenty and 7 years of famine. So he stocked up, and it preserved them, right? But don't put our trust in it. Like, that's why I can't be a person who's going to tell this church or you all, yeah, when this happens, we're going to meet in this city at this. I'm not God. Right. The bridge that takes us there is gone. You see? Or the police or the military is blocking us from going there. I don't know. So any pastor sitting here telling you they have these plans, they are lying. They have hope. Mm-hmm. But our hope and our trust, our faith must be in the almighty power of Ahayah. Because I read somewhere in the book where it says it would be fire and his saints will walk through the fire. Angelically led. Okay? So that's a God that I claim to know. You know, so nothing is impossible. Okay? So no, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong. Like, seriously, like, who want to be, you know, like what happened a couple years ago? Mm-hmm. You know, when we had to buy tissue by measure, you can't even get one. I want to have about 10 in the crib. This case that happened. If ain't no fire, ain't nobody know this stuff happened, then that was wise. When it happened, we wasn't worried about it. But you can't prepare for everything. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Putting our trust in carnal things is vain. Okay? So, like I said, you can go learn all the survival skills right now. Ain't nobody out there surviving in the fire. All you are is charcoal. You know what I'm saying? You're adding fuel to the fire. If you out there thinking that you're gonna, like, I'm serious, ain't no way.
Kingsford.
Say who?
Kingsford.
Kingsford Chaco, for real. Ain't no way I'm gonna be recording nothing in my house surrounded by fire. I'm like, these Edomites crazy for real. Like, don't. They say don't. They cut off the power because they were scared of an explosion. He told us he sounded like he had a little sugar in the tank. You seen that one? I said sugar in the tank. I'm trying to make some tea.
Man, I know that one.
I'm trying to make a big pot of tea. Yeah, the tank was the tea kettle I was talking about. Yeah, that. But I'm like, there they go. Told the brother, don't open up no windows because you're gonna let they're gonna because fire gonna run to it. But why are you there anyway? Like, are you like, you think you Samson, you gonna hold the house up or something? Against the fire, you gonna hold the fire up? Like, the house up? You serious, man? Kick rocks. I would have been gone. For real. And no, baby, let's go. Let's go. We out. When they said it was coming, we gone. But I'm not gonna be on Facebook recording off. Let's go. Yeah, we get to the video. We spent an hour on that already. An hour to pass by Friday. Run my mouth. Take all your stuff back. You can't get nothing back.
This one first, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Fair use for educational purposes only.
The desperate battle against the flames continues in California. An army of firefighters on the front lines now. Hydrants without water, one reservoir offline for repairs. ABC's Matt Gutman is with firefighters at one station in Pacific Palisades that somehow survived when all the buildings around it were lost.
Tonight on the Palisades Fire, the back-breaking round-the-clock race to put out remaining hotspots like these still burning this morning.
We are still seeing homes burst into flames here days after the initial fire passed through. Fire crew just arrived here for the first time.
But swirling around them, controversy about whether Los Angeles officials failed to supply enough water and deploy enough firefighters.
This is Sunset Boulevard, the very heart of Pacific Palisades, and amidst this sea of absolute devastation, there was one building that was left standing. That's Fire Station 69.
Captain Jeff Brown has headed this station for nearly 8 years.
Lots of talk about the water running out, that you were fighting a fire without all the resources necessary.
As all these homes actually do burn down, and a lot of them have their own fire sprinkler systems, that those sprinkler systems become compromised as the house burns down and the water will free flow. And as we see our gauges go down lower and lower, we knew we were getting low on water.
And thousands of simultaneous leaks sapped the town's water supply. But that's not all. Tonight, ABC News has confirmed a nearby 117 million gallon reservoir that feeds Pacific Palisades has been taken offline for repairs well before the fires broke out. But that night, firefighters battling flames over 100 feet tall, which destroyed much of the town in a span of just 6 hours.
If you'd had all the resources and all the water, would it have made a difference here?
I've been on the job for 36 years, and I've never seen weather like that. It was a hurricane-force wind with fire involved. It was indescribable.
The LAPD telling me they expect to find additional bodies in the debris here, which is prompting a swirl of controversy over whether lives could have been saved here. And that's one reason the Governor Gavin Newsom is demanding an independent investigation into those water issues, calling them deeply disturbing. Matt Gutman, ABC News, Pacific Palisades, California.
Check this out.
A lot of y'all probably didn't catch that. Y'all know what Sunset Boulevard was. They didn't stop. Oh my goodness. They didn't cut off the business. Sunset Boulevard was that was a track. You know what I'm saying? I remember back in 1992 and 3 going on Sunset Boulevard, blew my mind. I'm serious. I mean, coming from Saginaw, I'm on Sunset Boulevard, not know what to expect. I'm looking in amazement. I can believe some of the most beautiful women in the world walking down the block for $1. I had to get out of the car and talk to a couple of them. Like, I'm 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how you look now. It's been 30 years ago, but I can imagine they probably drug heads right now. But a lot of them came down there with the fantasy of being in the movies and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, because they look different in Saginaw than they looked in California. I remember on 6th Street, 5th Street, whatever it was, they look different than them, huh? In the houses, yeah. They look contrary. I'm amazed. I'm like, can't believe they done cut off the business. It's a lot of upset people right now. They didn't stop the whole track, huh? Yeah. I was 19, bro. 19, bro. We gonna start right there, huh? Bro, for real. It blew your mind, bro. Like you're looking at movie stars walk down the street. That's way up 30 years ago. So yeah, shoot, for real. Yeah, but anyway, it's the second one. Yeah. It's called Banff. First time I seen turquoise blue water.
Where was that?
Banff. It's beautiful. It's surrounded, like Calgary is surrounded by mountains, and up in the mountains, you can drink the water. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, I can see the bottom. I'm young. I'm from here. I ain't never seen this stuff before. So that's how shocked I was to see, Halle Berry walking down the street for $1. I got two of them. Holly, what's up? but let's go. Hey, man. Put senses on it, man.
Fair use.
Blow your mind.
Jim said.
It says, verse 6, you should hear of wars and rumor of wars. I don't know about y'all, but all this be going on the same day, sound like a war to me. sound like a resetting. Okay, because this is similar to what I was saying about when these people came over here. They reset. They clear out a lot of evidence of history to write their history. Okay, understand that. So destruction brings forth birth. Okay, but I'm just allegedly, if it goes together, assuming that. No, for entertainment purposes only. This is not to be taken the wrong way. You should hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. See that we be not troubled. Let fear not overtake our hearts. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there should be famines and pestilence, viruses, diseases, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginnings of sorrows. So the Messiah is, like I always say, he's dropping jewels. He's saying when you see these things, okay, don't think that it's of the Father. This is the evil that men do because the God that they serve is evil. Because the end is when the Father shows out. This is what men would do. That's why you're going to read in the lesson, he cut the days short. Men, through the will and power of Satan, will destroy everybody because they're evil. Okay? So Messiah says, be not troubled, but these are the beginning of sorrows. And all through his book, he teaches us how to prepare our minds, even our hearts. Be not troubled. The earth would be troubled. The earth would be in fear. But understand what this means. Be right before his sight. Be right before his sight. In his eyes. Not in our own eyes. Be right. Next precept.
Jeremiah chapter 6, verses 22 through 26. Jeremiah chapter 6, verses 22 through 26. Con, when everyone's there.
Now we know when the Most High speaks through the prophets, again, he speaks past, present, and future. Okay? Read.
Verse 22, Jeremiah chapter 6. Thus says the Most High, behold, a people cometh from the north country, and a great nation shall be raised from the sides of the earth. They shall lay hold on bow and spear.
They should be prepared for war. Their father was known as a mighty hunter. Esau. He was known to be a mighty hunter. And his children has his characteristics. Because the prophecy was that by the sword, they should gain everything that they have. By the sword, they should live. So they will have prepared the bow and the spear. Right? They ain't coming, peacefully. Read.
They are cruel.
And who?
They are cruel.
So why are these things happening? Why are these things we seeing happening?
They are cruel.
They are cruel. See? Sister Kanai, where's she at? See that, Ma? I've been saying for a long time. Why they? Because they cruel.
God.
And keep going. The Most High going to tell you who's behind these things. How their heart is. Read.
They are cruel and have no mercy.
They got what?
And have no mercy.
They have what?
Have no mercy.
Now you see. When they say they want half a million people on this earth, only a cruel, merciless person can have intentions like that. To have no mercy, that means mother, man, father, man, woman, child. Gotta go. To fulfill what they want, to achieve what they want. They have no mercy. They cruel. They don't have a heartbeat. They don't have emotions. When I say heartbeat, I'm talking about feelings, emotions. When I say, the world don't have a heartbeat, business don't have a heartbeat, ain't no emotions in that. They let you go for nothing. They don't care. Because you're only one person that can be replaced. Read.
Their voice roareth like the sea, and they ride upon horses, set in array as men for war against thee, O daughter of Zion.
War against thee. They set in array for war against us. They're cruel. Have no mercy. Read.
Verse 24, Jeremiah chapter 6. We have heard the fame thereof. Our hands wax feeble.
When it says fame, let's get fame. No, in the Strongs. Eight, 9. Report. Get the 85, see what it say. I seen some earlier. We heard the report concerning these people, right? Now, they claim to be something that they're not. I ain't talking about Hebrews. They pretend to be loving, caring Christian people. The Most High say. So we get it twisted because someone like who name, beginning his name start with a B, his last name start with a G. Because he do all this donating and, or the other dude start with an E and end with an M. Because he has all this money and tends to do good things for people. We automatically assume that they good people. But the Most High said no. They're cruel. Their heart is set in array for war against you. Be not deceived. Read.
We have heard the fame thereof. Our hands wax feeble. Anguish have taken hold of us, and pain as of a woman in travail. Go not forth into the field, nor walk by the way, for the sword of the enemy and fear is on every side. O daughter of my people, gird thee with sackcloth, and wallow thyself in ashes. Make thee mourning as for an only son. Most bitter lamentation, for the spoiler shall suddenly come upon us.
What the Most High said our state of mind should be. So when we see these things right now, the Most High is saying now is the time that you should be relying on Him. Mm-hmm. We should feel sorry. Our people are dying. We so detached as a nation. We have no compassion in what's going on right now. We're just happy it ain't us. Yep. But right now, he said, it's not a time of rejoicing. It's a time to be sorrowful. But it's a difference between that, the sorrow that I'm talking about is a sorrow that comes from within. Okay? So right now, it's a time we should really be examining ourselves and being sorrow to our God if we're not living in accordance to His law. If we have not walked right with Him, our true intention of heart should be sorrowful. And we're begging Him for mercy because judgment is at the door. That's what the ashes and sackcloth, this is the state we should be in. Like, even if we think we're doing right, we should be in this mindset. Because that's the mindset he likes. He don't like wanting to lift themselves up. We should be like Ezra. When Ezra included himself with the wicked. The Most High said that was a glorious thing that he did. He didn't see himself like he really is in the Most High sight. None of us know how he really appeared in his sight. We can only assume. So we should be including ourselves with the wicked. If we are righteous in the sight, we don't know, but we trying our hardest to be righteous in the sight. Even with that, that shows a level of humility. Like, if I'm not right, please, Ahayah, be merciful, be patient with me, teach me your ways. So I anger you not. That's what he's talking about. This is where we all must be right now. Read.
Next precept. Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 15. Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 15. Con, when everyone's there.
It's written that there's nothing new under the sun. Read.
Verse 15 reads, we looked for peace.
We looked for peace.
But no good came. And for a time of health, and behold, trouble.
How timely is this lesson? How timely is this scripture? Right now, most of America is looking for peace. Somebody's about to take office in a couple of days. I think it's January 20th. He's going to make America great. A lot of our people are putting their trust in him. They look for peace, but it said no good came. So I'm not a foreordainer. I mean, I can't predict the future. But I have an ideal that I'm like, I bet. This is my thought process. About 2 years, it's going to appear to be booming. But no good come of it. Because ultimately, the Most High said these people, he's one of them, heart is set in array to war against us. Be not fooled. They always came cunningly. They always came in the, to do what's in appearance of doing good for us. They promised us peace. They promised us an alliance. Look in the Maccabees era, when they came peacefully to Judah, in Judah, and slaughtered our people. There's a movie. I think it was a Game of Thrones when it first came on. They deceived the king. The red room.
Yep.
Red wedding. Mm-hmm. Girl, you don't forget nothing. Some things you don't forget. Names in movies. But she good with names. I can't believe it. Who the mother of son? Milka? Bill High? But anyway, they deceived him. Brought him in, had a big party, big feast. Got his mighty men, go out of the room, boom, close the door, killed him. That happened in Maccabees days. They took that from the Bible. Got them all relaxed. Had people dancing for him, going to little private rooms and killed them. So they always come, peacefully. But their heart, according to our God, to me, that's love. The Most High is showing us the ultimate expression of love. Like my children, be not deceived. They have tongues of venomous vipers. Although it appears sweet like honey. What comes out of their mouth is gall, deceit. Read. Poison and deceit.
We looked for peace, but no good came. And for a time of health, and behold, trouble.
Oh, that sounded like a couple years ago. I'm wearing my mask. Why you ain't got no mask on? Y'all ain't got no mask on? I'm calling the people. Brother told me I'm dropping my son off, my mother off at the train station. Basically, I wasn't a good father because we ain't got no mask on. Am I lying? Was that a mask he's talking about? If it was my child, well, let it be your child. Basically trying to tell me if I love somebody, what I would do. If you love somebody, you do some research. But anyway, they look for a time of health. They look to the enemy for health. We look to the enemy for health and peace, but no good come, nothing but trouble. Because, see, we forgot who our God is, and with that, we lost our heritage, we lost our way, we lost our culture. We lost the understanding of how we must live and view life. Because scripturally, it says, make no covenant with these people. When we desire the king was supposed to be from our nation. No other nation was ever to rule over us. I was watching something, Edward Carr, and then also like Value brought out that Edomite was doing. He did the research, and it's been, my doctor retired a long time ago. I had a black doctor that cared. He knew something was coming because he retired. He traveling the world or something. It's been a long time. Yep. And he dead. He passed. Really? When? Really? Yeah. Did you? Did he? Yeah, no. He told me that. I forgot that. Man, it's crazy. I forgot that. See, get over. But back to the war. Don't take me the wrong way. This is for educational, entertainment purpose only. But it's strange that the dynamic of those who are in the HC field is no longer our people. Right? They're no longer our people. So we have all prepared ourselves for when it comes to the actual military. We know that they have incentivized foreigners to join the military. And we talked about this years ago, like they have been trained and programmed not to like us. So they have no mercy, no compassion for people who they've been taught to despise. Now they're over there. They're the ones we're going to for the, in the AC field. And how now we're in a country where this, for all nations, not just us, the number 3 greatest cause of death is from medical error. Now we have all these diagnoses, right? But we spend more money than any country, but it's the 3rd cause of death. Make that make sense. You should hear wars and rumors of wars. Now that's all people. So the question is, if they did research on our people, accurately, how high would those numbers be? Yes, someone say? Oh. Yes. Niece. Your mama-in-law over there rubbing off on you.
Oh, there you go. Oh, I was just going to say that was very interesting to me. I learned that the other day.
Did you?
70,000 people die in the hospital a year from medical errors.
Yep.
I was like, wow.
Seriously. There was one guy that was pronounced dead. Right? They take him down and take his organs. He woke up. Fortunately, he woke up. They was mad that the doctors did not want to finish. They said, no, we're not. They were trying to force them to finish them. We look for health, but none but trouble. We at war, people. He said on every side. Understand how the Most High sees things. He's not talking about, how his thoughts ain't like our thoughts. He's saying that they are arrayed against us on every side for war. That means on every side. Every possible way to destroy us has been considered. And they are full speed with their mission. Next precept. I'm trying to, keep the channel on, but yeah.
Ezekiel chapter 7, verses 1 through 27. Ezekiel chapter 7, verses 1 through 27.
Those have an ear, let them hear what the Spirit say to the churches. We're going to try to keep the channel on.
Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 1. Moreover, the word of Ahayah came unto me, saying, Also, thou son of man, thus says Ahayah, unto the land of Israel, an end, the end is come upon the four corners of the land. Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send my anger upon thee, and will judge thee according to thy ways.
According to who?
According to thy ways.
Why these things have happened and are happening?
According to thy ways.
According to our wickedness.
Come.
Read.
And will recompense upon thee all thine abominations, and my eye shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thine abominations shall be in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am Ahayah. Thus says Ahayah, an evil, and only evil, behold, is come. An end is come. The end is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come.
To the end watches for you. He will pay back all who do abominations. Right now, it's just strange that that location is where most of the world set their idols. Their heart is set there towards their idols. They call it city of angels. I call it the city of demons, because they fallen angels. That's one of their hubs, but where they boast their wealth is getting burnt down. Read.
Verse 7, Ezekiel chapter 7. The morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land. The time is come, the day of trouble is near, and not the sounding again of the mountains. Now will I shortly pour out my fury upon thee, and accomplish mine anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense thee for all thine abominations. And mine eye shall not spare, neither will I have pity. I will recompense thee according to thy ways, and thine abominations that are in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am Ahayah that smiteth. Behold the day, behold, it is come, the morning is gone forth, the rye has blossomed, pride hath budded.
The rye has blossomed. What rye? Let's read next scripture.
Verse 11. Violence is risen up into a rye of wickedness.
The rye of wickedness. That's when I look at L.A., Hollywood, it's the rye of wickedness. That's where the top sorcerers do they work. Do they programming. Their God is the God of the air, the spirit of the air. Hollywood is where they have programmed the whole world to do abominations. But the Most High is not destroying them right now. He said nation against nation. He would set a brother against his own brother, or nation against his own nation. It's nation against nation. Throughout history, he always let them destroy themselves, starting with the giants. He said the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Joshua, I think it was Joshua and them, they was in the field about to go to war with way outnumbered. Overnight, he turned them against each other. Then every man put his sword against his brother, against his soldier mate. They destroyed themselves. Most High is recompensing their abominations. He allowing them to destroy themselves. Okay? They're doing evil to their own people. And to us. Because to get to us, because we're scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, we're in the midst of all nations. Their own people are the casualties of this war. But it says they have no mercy, no pity. Read.
Verse 11, Ezekiel chapter 7. Violence is risen up into a rod of wickedness.
Violence. Not this blood touching blood. The video that we just saw is violence. Read.
None of them shall remain, nor of their multitude, nor of any of theirs. Neither shall there be wailing for them. The time is come, the day draweth near. Let not the buyer rejoice, nor the seller mourn, for wrath is upon all the multitude thereof.
Hold on. The Most High, through his prophets, warned our forefathers of the same thing he's warning us about. The Babylonians came in and did this to our people for their abominations. Most High allowed them to destroy. He removed his hedge because of our doings. He removes his hedge today because of our doings. He's allowing this nation, this fierce nation, to do what they do. Read. He says, so our mindset, he's telling us, don't, even the Messiah said, it ain't a time to rejoice that your master is gone. But watch. For you know not when your master shall return. He gives the mindset, don't think because he's gone, it's time for partying and playing and thinking about prospering. He says, let not the what?
Let not the buyer rejoice.
Let not the buyer rejoice. Y'all understand what that means, right? Do y'all know what let not the buyer rejoice mean? Go ahead. You speak first.
You know, like everything you do is like it's meaningless. Your like economic things is like meaningless.
No, that's what he's saying. Don't. No, but he's saying let not the buyer rejoice, because what happens naturally when you buy something? Yes,
like
sister. Microphone. Get behind the microphone. No, the woman with the big belly back there. You plan to enjoy it, right? Let not the what?
Let not the buyer rejoice, nor the seller mourn, for wrath is upon all the multitude thereof.
So he's telling us, don't lose sight of what's at hand. Before what comes what? Before destruction comes what? So Most High is warning us that destruction is at hand. The time of sorrows, the beginning of sorrows is at hand. Let not us rejoice in this life. See, that's what the entertainment field was created for. Keep us distracted to what's really at hand. So all of us must have the mindset not to get caught up with the cares of this life. That's what he's talking about. Remember, judgment is at hand. Now, I'm not saying you can't buy. He's not saying you can't buy nothing. You can't enjoy this. But again, it's going back to that mindset. Do all things circumspectly with the proper perspective. It's not telling us to sit in the house and wait for judgment. But he's telling us to don't lose sight of what's at hand. Read.
Verse 13. For the seller shall not return to that which is sold, although they were yet alive. For the vision is touching the whole multitude thereof, which shall not return, neither shall any strengthen himself in the iniquity of his life.
See? There's no way for us to strengthen ourselves living a wicked life. That's why all these things are occurring. Strength comes from righteousness. Security comes from righteousness. Read.
Verse 14. They have blown the trumpet.
See? They have blown the trumpet. We're blowing the trumpet. Read.
Even to make already.
Even to make already. See how it's this go hand in hand? They have blown the trumpet, but our people annoyed the sound of the trumpet and got destroyed. He's using us right now to blow the trumpet, but our people are not paying attention to the sound. They think they have time, or they think this day will never come.
God.
Read.
They have blown the trumpet, even to make already, but none goeth to the battle. For my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof.
See? That sounds like what we've been talking about from the beginning of this lesson. Make us ready for the battle. When I said, now's the time to really make sure we're right in his sight, that's making ready for the battle. That we don't fall in the battle. What battle? The spiritual warfare. We keep the proper perspective. Read.
Verse 15. The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. But they that escape of them shall escape, and shall be on the mountains like doves of the valleys, all of them mourning, every one for his iniquity. All hands shall be feeble, and all knees shall be weak as water. They shall also gird themselves with sackcloth, and horror shall cover them, and shame shall be upon all faces, and baldness upon all their heads. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Most High. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity.
What's the stumbling block? Their table, their gold, their silver. They have put trust in riches. It's their stumbling block. Satan's ministers have taught prosperity to put trust in riches. He said it will not be able to deliver us. Read.
Verse 20. As for the beauty of his ornament, he set it in majesty.
What it means to set it in majesty? He said it in arrogancy. A lot of things that were set in majesty, is set in arrogancy, is on fire right now. Imagine how it feels to have a $12 million house. Arrogancy. Arrogancy, yeah. Pride. Yeah. Burn Hollywood, burn. I guess he knew something, huh? Somebody gave him the memo years ago. Yeah. Let's get it.
Verse 20. As for the beauty of his ornament, he set it in majesty. But they made the images of their abominations and of their detestable things therein. Therefore have I set it far from them. And I will give it into the hands of the strangers for a prey, and to the wicked of the earth for a spoil, and they shall pollute it. My face will I turn also from them, and they shall pollute my secret place, for the robbers shall enter into it and defile it. Make a chain, for the land is full of bloody crimes, and the city is full of violence. Wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen.
Who?
Wherefore, in verse 24, I will bring the worst of the heathen.
Who's ruling us?
The worst of the heathen.
So when someone says, if we come up with a good jab, we can depopulate by this percentage. To HC, you know, we can do this. Because they are the congregation of the who?
The worst of the heathen.
The worst of the heathen. Read.
And they shall possess their houses. And I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease.
The pride.
And their holy places shall be defiled. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet.
Bees now. They should do what?
Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet. But the law shall perish from the priest.
The law should do what?
The law shall perish from the priest.
So the only remedy has perished from the mouths of the preachers. What the pastor's talking about right now? Anybody know? Anybody know what the pastor's talking about right now? Yes, Sister Sheba.
Peace, prosperity, it's your season.
Okay. Peace and prosperity. Yeah.
Sow a seed.
Sow a seed. They lost their whole house. They don't even sow a seed. Right? The law should perish from the mouths of the priests, from the teachers. Read.
And counsel from the ancients. The king shall mourn, and the prince shall be clothed with desolation, and the hands of the people of the land shall be troubled.
So those who so-called rule over us, that we put our trust in to lead us, are good for nothing. Because the truth has departed from their mouths. Read.
I will do unto them after their way, and according to their deserts will I judge them.
Y'all know what deserts mean? Who? Get it. Check this out. Mm-hmm. It ain't nothing sweet, I'll tell you that.
Chapter 7, verse 27. No, chapter 7.
Right there. Ain't this one? Their decree, right? Unfavorable pronounced judicially, especially a sentence or formal decree, right? So, according to their custom, he should do what?
Will I judge them?
Should he judge them? Their custom is contrary to his custom. Read.
And they shall know that I am Ahayah.
See, I like to say this, and I was reading this earlier. When I read this stuff, this is how it really sounds to me. And they should know that I am the only living true God. He is the only living true God. Okay? Next precept.
Mm-hmm. Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 9. Mm-hmm. Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 9. Verse 9 reads, and I will do in thee that which I have not done, and whereunto I will not do any more the like, because of all thine abominations.
So he's promising to do something that he has not done. Other scriptures quote this scripture and said that our time will be the last time. Okay? Something he has not done. Read. Next precept.
Daniel chapter 9, verses 9 through 15. The book of Daniel chapter 9, verses 9 through 15. Con, when everyone's there. Daniel chapter 9, verse 9.
Let me read this.
Mm-hmm. Con, when everyone's there.
To Ahayah our God belongeth mercies and forgiveness only. right? To him belong mercy and forgiveness. Though we have rebelled against him, neither have we obeyed the voice of Ahayah our God to walk in his laws, which he set before us by his servants, the prophets. So why are these things going on in the earth? Israel has not walked in his ways.
Con.
I ain't talking about those Ish people, but the true Hebrew Israelites. Yea, all Israel has transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured out upon us. So this is what we must realize. This is part of the contract. What we are seeing is part of the contract. Scripture going to say the Most High is righteous in all he's doing because he said this we're going to do. If we do this, this, all these things going to go down. It's part of the contract. And the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, because we have sinned against him. So we are still sinning against him, understanding we are breaking the contract, and the curse is upon us. Now, as the lesson is, we talked about early in this lesson, what's the wages of sin? Death.
Con.
That's part of the curse. If we sin, we die. I ain't talking about closing your eyes and don't wake up again. Okay? And he has confirmed his words. So we see these things occurring. The Most High is confirming what he said. The prophet is telling the people everything, like right now, when we hear people talking about prophecy, how everything coming to pass, that's the Most High confirming his words. He said it. It's happening. That's confirmation. Which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem. His people. Remember, the world don't know his judgments. Next precept. Get it.
Verse 13. As it is written in the law of Moses, all this evil is come upon us.
As is what?
As it is written in the law of Moses.
As it's written in the contract. We have confirmed his words. We have walked contrary to him. As it's written in the law of Moses. What?
Yet all this evil is come upon us. Yet made we not our prayer before Ahayah our God, that we might turn from our iniquities.
No. Yet made we not our prayers before him. We didn't humble ourselves and recognize why the things were occurring. That's why I said, right now, these things are occurring. It's time to, if any of us is not right in his sight, get right. And have your prayers before him. But see, our fathers didn't. It says, so the prophet is telling them why things are going on. I'm not a prophet, I'm a servant that's reading the prophets, warning us and telling us why things are going on. I'm not saying it's some arsonists. No, the Messiah said these are the beginning of sorrows. They can, do fracking and cause an earthquake. Christ didn't say how it would begin. He said earthquakes will appear in diverse places. He didn't say his father was going to create earthquakes, quakes, but they will occur. What's going on right now is what some of the things he said will occur. 12 again, and he had confirmed his words, which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have not been done as has been done unto Jerusalem. As it is written in the law of Moses, all this evil is come upon us. Yet may we not our prayers before our God, that we might turn from our iniquities and understand his truth. Therefore have Ahayah watched upon us the evil and brought it upon us. For Ahayah our God is righteous in all his works which he do. For we obey not his voice. And now, O Ahayah our God, that has brought thy people forth out of the land of Egypt with a mighty hand, and has gotten thee renowned, as at this day we have sinned, we have done wickedly. We must understand that and recognize that he's righteous. He warned us. He said, if you go serve these other gods, they hate you. They're going to do all these things to you. He said he watched us. He told us, like I told somebody the other day, Satan hate people. He has no good intention for not one human. Although he makes them wealthy and all kind of stuff, he can't stand them. His mission is to destroy all mankind. So when we read the contract, the Most High said he would do these things. He's allowing Satan to do his will. Next precept.
Amos chapter 3, verses 1 and 2. Amos chapter 3, verses 1 and 2. Con, when everyone's there. Amos chapter 3, verses 1 and 2.
It says, not upon the whole heaven has it been done to any nation as it been done to Jerusalem. Why? Because the Most High chastened those he loved.
Con.
He had set a date to punish the nations. But like you said, they have not known his judgments. Read.
Hear this word that the Most High have spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
See? He chastened those he loved. He set a date to destroy them. We get whoopings. Like right now, anybody can whoop, in most cases, strangers are not whooping strangers' children. They let them do them. But their children, some of them, are whooping, disciplining their children. So Most High is letting them do them. He said they for them. If they don't repent from their ways and serve him. But he's chastising us. See? Right now, warning us. If you're not right with him, get right. Learn from the days of old. Why these things were happening are still happening to today. Next precept.
Nahum chapter 1, verses 9 through 15. Nahum chapter 1, verses 9 through 15. Con, when everyone's there. Verse 9.
Now, the proper understanding for us is like the same understanding Daniel had. The Most High is righteous in all his ways. But everybody don't believe that. Because they don't know him. Read.
Verse 9 reads, what do ye imagine against the Most High?
So what you imagine against the Most High? As Christ say, who do people think I am? What are they saying about the Most High right now? I can hear no voice without a microphone. My ears don't work the same.
Basically, that he don't exist. That he doesn't exist. They believe it's like a higher power, but they believe more so in themselves and what they are able to do for their lives versus the creator, the ultimate creator.
That's just amazing to me how you lowered your voice that low in the microphone, and your voice ain't that low. You worse than Bill Howard that one. Dog, or that mumbling. The loudest voice in here besides Mathia in Ahayah. See there?
I said that he basically doesn't exist. They're looking at themselves as a god, and some of them believe that there is a higher power, but they still believe in what they're able to do and provide for themselves. So basically, that he doesn't exist, that we just appeared.
Okay. Yes, Sheba.
A lot of people literally is calling the Most High evil, and what type of God would allow the type of things that's going on the earth right now to happen.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I was giving you the grace on that one because I'm talking about concerning the lesson and concerning what's going on today. Imagine if you so-called had so-called faith in God. You've been taught that God is a God of love, and all this stuff that you have accumulated, your majesty, all the stuff that you had said in your pride and your arrogancy was given to you by him. It's burnt down to the ground. Like, why have you taken everything from me? You see what I'm saying? Like, if you're a God of love, why would you allow this to happen? That's the mindset of a lot of people that's going through these destructions right now. That's always been the mindset. They don't know him or why things are occurring. So he says, what have you imagined? What do you imagine against the Most High? See, against him. In your mind, what are you saying against me? Read.
He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up the second time. For while
affliction should not rise up a second time. So he's not, like I said, he speaks past, present, future. He's not just talking about right now because affliction has arose again many more times. But he's saying affliction will not arise a second time. He's talking about the last days. This is the end of the affliction of Jacob. Read.
Verse 10. For while they be folding together as thorns, and while they are drunken as drunkards.
So look how the Most High see evildoers. Okay? During this time of affliction and oppression. Read.
For while they be folding together as thorns, or tangled together as thorns, and while they are drunken as drunkards, they shall be devoured as stubble fully dry.
So the time of oppression and affliction, spiritually they are intoxicated. Physically they are intoxicated. They're enjoying the best of this little life that they have in their iniquities. But Most High said they are like what?
While they are drunken as drunkards, they shall be devoured as stubble fully dry.
Ready for the blaze. When stubble is very dry, it's set fire quick. Yes. Fuel for the fire.
I just want to say it's ironic in that scripture, that was another narrative or a point in which they were talking about the California fires, that they hadn't been maintaining the brush and things of that nature for like 40 years. Yep, so once again, that accumulates, and that gives a situation where you have a violent, But they're supposed to have like 7.8 billion dollars in that area to pay
Clean
to
up.
take care of that.
So where the money go? It ain't no in their pockets. You get what I'm saying?
Then they also cut their money, the fire department money.
Mm-hmm.
They cut like 75 point something million.
So timing.
Yeah, so timing.
Yeah.
Then I guess it was the mayor had just, as soon as this was going to happen or whatever, she went out to Ganya and all that type of stuff.
What's she gonna do? But people are putting their trust in these elected officials. Like they can redo something. Pay actors, because they not running nothing. They said pay actors. They're just the little bobblehead with a microphone in their face. Nothing. Kept it moving. Next precept.
Verse 11. Verse 11 in Nahum chapter 1. There is one come out of thee that imagineth evil against the Most High, and wicked counselor. Thus says the Most High, though they be quiet, and likewise many, yet thus shall they be cut down, when he shall pass through. Though I have afflicted thee, I will afflict thee no more. For now will I break his yoke from off thee, and will burst thy bonds in sunder. And the Most High have given a commandment concerning thee, that no more of thy name be sown. Out of the house of thy gods will I cut off the graven image and the molten image. I will make thy grave, for thou art vile. Behold, upon the mountains, the feet of him that bringeth good tidings.
Who are they? Who are they? How comely are the feet of those who bring good tidings, the good news of the kingdom. These are his servants. He's talking about his son's day. This is what he would do through his son and his son's disciples. How comely are the feet are they who bring good tidings, the good news of the kingdom. Read.
Behold, upon the mountains, the feet of him that bringeth good tidings, that publisheth peace.
That publishes the peace. The peace is the kingdom. Read.
O Judah, keep thy solemn feast, perform thy vows, for the wicked shall no more pass through thee. He is utterly cut off.
See? The wicked is no longer among you. This is why the Most High is righteous in all his doings. He's letting them do what they do. He's going to cut them off. That the earth and the heavens will never see a wicked nothing again. We will never be afflicted again. Next precept.
Matthew chapter 24, verses 21 and 22. Matthew chapter 24, verses 21 and 22.
This is the affliction Nahum was talking about. It will not be done a second time. This is it. The Messiah has come and overcame. We in the last days of affliction. Read.
For then shall be great tribulation.
So what?
For then shall be great tribulation.
Like what?
Such as wars, not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be.
Never should be again. Read.
Verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. For the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Those that escape. His remnant, his grape. But he's showing us the operation of these evil men. They afflict, they oppress, they're cruel. They have no mercy. So he says, for the elect's sake, if he did not cut the time short, these people will devour the whole earth. Why us, we had to cut the time short. He had to cut the time short in Noah's day. He had set a day, a judgment. They was devouring everything. For the elect's sake, he must cut the time short, or these people will do Satan's will. Next precept.
Isaiah chapter 9, verse 17. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 17.
At this rate, we're going to take a short intermission.
Con, when everyone's there. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 17. Verse 17 reads, therefore, the Most High shall have no joy in their young men.
Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think the Most High has joy in the youth today? But you see what we have become. For him to say this, he take no joy. We don't take. I don't take joy in them. So understand what time we're in right now. Why they are doing what they're doing to our people. The youth today are not the youth from the 40s and 50s and 60s. But I'm going somewhere with this. With them, they had more time. With your generation and under you, what do you think Master has planned for y'all when y'all don't want to work for him? Huh? Nothing good? Think about it. Y'all don't want to work for them. Y'all don't want to obey them. What's next? The sword. See? They're coming. That's the value. That's why they have created y'all replacements. They don't need y'all. So the guy who names out with the E ends with an M is frankly telling us now is the time to understand how much value do you bring forth to the table when there's no need for you. See? Understand what they're saying. No need for you. They have created all these devices where they can be where they are on their islands. Have their AI target you. They can, cause everybody got smart something. Somebody, they ain't gotta. You have your window open. A little fly come in your window. Last thing you hear is a sound. Never breathe again. This is real strategical warfare. Mm-hmm. The Most High said, innumerable amount of people are about to die from the war. The number is tallying up right now. People, I don't know numbers, but I guarantee you there have been a spike of unaliving for the last 5 years. Like I said, people are checking out of here. Young. Wake up. Young. Okay? So that's all part of the war. The Bible prophesied World War III, but he said wars. That's part of war. People are, but just understand, these people think about the long game. Yeah. They've been preparing for this. They're prepared already. So I say, y'all ain't like my grandmother, my great grandmother's, like their generation was gullible to me. And some of them still living today, like my mother's age today, fruit of them, still sitting around this television, believing everything they masters say. Y'all ain't doing that. Y'all ain't even watching the news. Y'all on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Get y'all news from there. So to them, y'all are useless. And so the Most High is telling us these people have a plan for us. The only escape is what you're learning right now. The Bible teaches us not to worry about them so much, but worry about the one who's talking about early putting it to an end. Next precept.
Isaiah chapter 9, verse 17. Therefore, the Most High shall have no joy in their young men, neither shall have mercy on their fatherless and widows. For everyone is an hypocrite and an evildoer.
Why do the Most High feel this way? Everyone is what?
A hypocrite.
A who?
A hypocrite.
See, they say that they serve him. See, those who don't believe in him, as Christ said, they condemn already. He ain't talking about them. He's talking about those who act like they serve him.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is a what?
Hypocrite and an evildoer.
An evildoer. So who taught them that? The widow and the old man. The young man has become a worse product than them. Therefore, he has no joy in them. Just like these people don't have a joy in y'all, the Most High is sending his mercy. But for those who will not have an ear to him, he has no care in the world. He says that Moses was born in vain. So for you to be the age you are and to continue to fight by coming here on your own, it's great work. It's great work because you ain't doing it by yourself. This like me, I was called. You're called. The scriptures say that. Christ says no man can come to him except the Father draws him. As I talk to them, where your friends at? Where my friends at? You see what I'm saying? So this is a great calling. You're not a kid anymore. Understand? Okay. Let's go.
For everyone is a hypocrite and an evildoer, and every mouth speaketh folly. For all this his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still.
Next precept.
And right there is our intermission.
Yeah. Let's get it. It's a spiritual warfare. I mean, this battle is real. Are you a soldier for Christ and on the battlefield? Every day is a fight. Gotta get your stamina up. These demons don't sleep. They prey on the weak. This when you think you get a little peace. Satan gets angry and come and disturb your peace. Absorb the blows. Respect your foes. Continue to swing until you hear the whistle blow. It's written if we resist him, he will flee from us. Our weapons are not carnal. The high ones put our trust. It's more with us than them. Must abstain from sin. The only way we can lose to Satan is if we fall to sin. Remember the holy men, our father Abraham endured his temptations and feared the great I am. Walk with him perfectly, impure to him as righteous. An example of faith, proof that we can fight this. Must stay armored up, can't even have the slightest hole in your suit. Must be sin proof, he's surgical when he shoots. Don't underestimate him, he deceived the angels. He could deceive you. Never fear the adversaries, but we must respect them. Like the fine fight, shortly Yasha's coming to dead them. Never fear the adversaries, but we must respect them. Like this fine fight, shortly Yasha's coming to dead them.
Realizing I can't do anything on my own, no. Time and time again, I'm only stabbing at my own soul. Death to the wicked, playing with life like a trombone. Trouble. Professing that we know him, we acting like he don't see the truth. Indeed, we do not love him. We breaking all the commandments too. We got all the understanding, know all the prophecies. But Father, do come in light, but Satan snatching they bulbs. I say he snatching they crowns, I'm trying to snatch mine back. Is you willfully sinning or you just like witchcraft? You say you needing the help, but you rejecting the help. You keeping all that up, you gon' be down in hell. I say I want the peace, but see the wicked don't sleep. What I'm bringing to you, he really talking to me. I'm focused on my house, I'm cleaning inside out. My temple like a garden, I'm trying to root sin out. How?
Never fear the adversaries, but we must respect them. Fight the fine fight, surely Yasha's coming to dead them. Never fear the adversaries, but we must respect them. Fight the fine fight, surely Yasha's coming to dead them. Hands up, they shoot. Hands down, they shoot. My people suffering these curses, we going through the blues. The evening news perpetually portraying our atrocities, fulfillment of the prophecy in Deuteronomy. Only oppressed and spoiled, we will die by the sword. Never consider in our hearts, it's his laws we ignore. Moses warning of the product of our captivity. And one of all things, we serve our enemies. Jacob's trouble is real. The Bible's the truth, the only thing that's good, and where you can find you. You're living proof that our God is a God of prophecy. No man can tell you the beginning, nor the finale. Reverse psychology is a sorcery the enemy uses. Our people destroyed for lack of knowledge. We grow up in confusion. Create an illusion, it's not real, written by the white man. It become kryptonite, and you Superman.
Gird up your mind, you're in a spiritual war. Gird your mind, gird your mind, gird your mind. Gird up your mind, you're in a spiritual war. Gird your mind, gird your mind, gird your mind.
Gird up your mind, put on the whole suit. Get your helmet, your sword, and tie up your boots. It's a spiritual fight, the Bible's a form of defense. He really loves his chosen, then leave us defenseless. But we speak proud things, lean on our own strength. His word is a protection, it's our heritage. Walking around without a compass with no sense of direction. Psychological magic, you despise your weapon. He promised no weapon should harm us, that our enemies disarm us. We forget our history and how mighty his arm was. Fighting against principalities that rule us in darkness. And we're ignorant to the fact that it's Satan that charm us. He warned us. Many unbelievers report, and the blood of the covenant, they were trotting afoot. Let no man deceive you and take you out of your book. All the unbelievers are getting cooked.
Gird up your mind, you're in a spiritual war. Gird your mind, gird your mind, gird your mind. Gird up your mind, you're in a spiritual war. Gird your mind, gird your mind, gird your mind.
Let's open this Bible. Ephesians chapter 6, starting at verse 11. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. My soul cries for my people, yeah, you Hebrews. Forgive them, Father, they know not what they do. They have a zeal for you, but not according to truth. What's right in every man's eyes, what they do. Grope at noonday as the blind grope in darkness. We rejected your light. Immeasurable is our darkness. Our children's heartless. Love of many has waxed cold. No love for themselves or respect for the old. You foretold curses for a wandering sign. And the blind leading the blind to all Israel in a ditch. More like a valley. Brenda has had many babies. These curses hug us. Sins come to head, it's about to bust. We put our trust in the creation, not the creator. Which one is greater? The creation or the creator? Blood touches blood, and every man covers his neighbor. No natural affection. Headstrong and truce breakers. Hate us of good, but show a form of godliness. Worship with their lips, but to your power won't submit. Rebellious people, stiff neck, reject your law. Children that lie, for Israel my soul cries.
To all my people, can you hear my soul cry? Israel, I'm singing out to you. Can you hear my soul cry? Can you hear me? Yeah.
Is Israel a servant or a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Why won't he live and follow your ways? Sins like a drug. Satan's wine is so addictive. Whole nation addicted. Oh my people, we gotta kick this. Gave us positions, but to your counsel they won't listen. Teach us to see, and our sins do not see. Is what they say. Get the Holy One of Israel out of our way. Prophesy smooth things, right things do not teach. They speak. Vanity, everyone with his neighbor. With flattering lips and a double heart, they do speak. Who say, with their tongues they should prevail. Their lips are their own. Who is Lord over us? Pride is before destruction. They speak proud things. Who can stand before you? Survive what your wrath brings. For my people I pray, they will see with their eye. For my people Israel, my soul cries.
To all my people, can you hear my soul cry? Israel, I'm singing out to you. Can you hear my soul cry?
Let's open this Bible. Isaiah chapter 30, starting at verse 9. This is a rebellious people, lying children. Children that would not hear the law of Ahayah. Would say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits, get you out of the way, turn aside of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Going up to verse 2, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore should the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Verse 5, they are all ashamed of a people that could not profit them, nor be in help nor profit, but a shame and also a reproach.
We're back. All right, family, we're back. We're going to resume with the lesson. Let's get it. First Thessalonians.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verses 3 through 6. First Thessalonians chapter 5. Okay. Verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say, peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
When they should say peace and safety, when they think all things is good and that all things are secure, sudden destruction should come. Sudden destruction should come. They should not escape. So the Messiah told them through the words of his Father not to put their trust in the strength of man's arm. There is no security in the strength of man's arm, but he is but a man. Okay? Next precept.
But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that the day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light.
It said, but ye are brethren, not in darkness. So we are not in the understanding or the vibration with the world, of the world. we have been taught the proper perspective on how to view things and how to live, even in the midst of this perverse generation. We are not in darkness, but what?
That the day shall overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light, and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep and do as do others, but let us watch and be sober.
Circumspect. Next precept.
1 Peter chapter 4, verses 17 through 19. That's 1 Peter chapter 4, verses 17 through 19. Con, when everyone's there. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of God.
Where?
Judgment must begin at the house of God. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of God? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Wherefore, let them that suffer according to the will of God commit the keeping of their souls to him in well-doing, as unto a faithful creator.
Is that not what I was saying earlier?
Con.
They're saying that scarcely the righteous is saved. So again, where should our mindset be? It said be circumspect. Understand that we are the children of light. We have no excuse. We know better. We know better. But as a loving father, he keeps reminding us.
Mm-hmm.
It says, verse 18, and if the righteous scarcely be saved. And not a lot of people. Where shall the ungodly and sinners appear? I read somewhere where it says it's so cramped. It's like only one person can go at a time. This road is so narrow. No man can stand on the left or the right hand of you. On the one hand was fire and the other hand was water.
Okay.
So if scarcely the righteous is saved, understand what that means.
Okay.
We have a choice, like he says. Why should we die? Choose life. If he's saying if you go to the left of this, it's fire. Go to the right, this understanding is water. Either way, you die. There is no other alternative that is good for us. So again, as Messiah said last week, for what would a man exchange his soul for? For what would a man exchange his soul for? Read. Ain't that her?
No, that's her sister.
Oh. Oh, okay. Kiara, what would you be afraid of? So let me just soak up what you're asking. She says, so when things start happening, are we not supposed to be afraid? I said that I'm not saying that if you're in a situation like with these forest with these fires, naturally no one wants to die. Okay? But what I'm saying is that when the Messiah or the Most High is talking about being afraid or being fearful, okay, understand what is ultimately being said. We are commanded, right, to be faithful even unto death, right? Mm-hmm. The type of fear that the Most High and the Messiah is referring to is when we allow the fear to cause us to compromise. Okay? That's what it's talking about. Like, for an example, Sirach. Okay. I'm going to go to Sirach chapter 2. Verse 12. This is why I say what I said, Kiara. Woe. See, destruction, it says, see, destruction comes to those who allow fear to overtake them. Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believed not. Therefore should he not be defended. Woe unto you that have lost patience. See, if you lose patience, what you do? You give in to the temptation. And what will ye do when Messiah shall visit you? See, they that fear Ahayah will not disobey his word. And they that love him will keep his ways. See, they won't, under temptation of persecution and tribulation, abandon him and try to save their life. Or we said last week, stop the affliction. They that fear Ahayah will seek that which is well-pleasing unto him, under all this the rest. And that love him should be filled with the law. They that fear Ahayah will prepare their hearts. See? Prepare their hearts. So he's telling us right now to prepare our hearts to understand these things gotta happen and it must happen. So let it not be a strange thing to us. Our mind should be prepared for this. So even if, like I said, even we have to die, we have to die. Our hearts must be prepared for that. They that fear Ahayah will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight, saying, we will fall into the hands of who? The living God. And not into the hands of men. See? We let the Most High judge us. You can kill us all you want. You can try all your tricks, but I would rather put my trust and fear in him. As Messiah said, what can man, all man can do is kill you, but fear him not. Rather fear the one that can destroy the soul in hell. So I'm going to give you a little more context, okay? Verse 1. My son or my daughter, my child, put it like that. If thou come to serve Ahayah, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. See, constantly endure. And make not haste in time of trouble. See, that fear will make haste in a time of trouble. Will cause you to go contrary to the ways of the Most High. So while you are in this duress, in this situation, to cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought up on thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. We're going to finish with this one. Ye that fear Ahayah, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. So I'd be lying if I tell you I'm surrounded by fire. I ain't nervous. I'm gonna try to find some way to escape too. I'm trying to see what these is. I got a little power in these lasers. Can I do the what's that dude? No, what's the Mario Brothers? What game it was when I was a kid that it should jump? I'm trying to see if I got a little Mario left for me. My son asked me about my hops earlier today. I'm gonna see what it do, son. I might have a flashback from the 10th grade. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. You know? Now I wouldn't do that one though. But I'm not saying be stupid. No, but all of us. Like seriously, if somebody breaking into my house, I'm gonna be nervous. But I'm gonna like I told my wife, all I ask for is opportunity to defend myself. That's all I ask for. I'm gonna be nervous, but if Most High will and give me the ability to, prepare myself, my nervousness is not gonna prevent me from defending my family's life. See, that's the difference when somebody break my house. Now I'm nervous. Now I'm going to the closet and hide. No, that's a different scenario. That's what the Most High is saying. No, go. Defend. You know what I'm saying? But don't go in the closet. I'm in the closet. I got a gun. You know what I'm saying? But let's get it.
Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 19. Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 19. When everyone's there. Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 19 reads, And it come to pass, when he heareth the words of this curse, that he bless himself in his heart, saying, I shall have peace.
Now understand that. How many people? That's why I said the scriptures would not be void. He said all nations will get opportunity to hear his word. There's many people who will hear his message and understand what's going on, because Most High prophesied that he would send his servants out to warn them. But there'd be some that would say what? Most would say what?
That he bless himself in his heart, saying, I shall have peace.
Why? Somebody is telling them peace is coming.
God.
Read.
Saying, I shall have peace, though I walk in the imagination of my heart, to add drunkenness to thirst.
See? The scripture we're going to read shortly, you're going to say there was false prophets in the wilderness, and as there's false prophets among us today. There was false prophets in the days of the prophets, and there was as it is today. Somebody is teaching contrary to the truth of God. See? I would bless myself in my heart. I would have peace. They ain't gonna happen. Had to say, Trump gonna make America great again. Let's get it.
The book of Psalms, chapter 10, verses 11 through 18. That's Psalm chapter 10, verses 11 through 18. Kyle, when everyone's there. Verse 11. Psalm chapter 10, verse 11. He hath said in his heart, God hath forgotten. He hideth his face. He will never see it.
See? He would never see my sin. He would never see. God has forgotten. Read.
Arise, O Ahayah, O God. Lift up thine hand. Forget not the humble. Wherefore do the wicked contemn God? He hath said in his heart, thou wilt not require it. Thou hast seen it, for thou beholdest mischief and spite, to requite it with thy hand. The poor committeth himself unto thee. Thou art the helper of the fatherless. Break thou the arm of the wicked and the evil man. Seek out his wickedness till thou find none. Ahayah is king forever and never. The heathen are perished out of his land.
The heathen should be perished out of his land. Right? It's going to the mindset of the wicked. like we said earlier, many who has gone through these things are contemning God. Many are despising him. Many are not taking heed to the warning and said that he won't see their sins. But the day will come where they be cut out of the land. It said he would not require it. He does. Next precept.
Verse 17. Ahayah, thou hast heard the desire of the humble. Thou wilt prepare their heart. Thou wilt cause thine ear to hear, to judge the fatherless and the oppressed, that the man of the earth may no more oppress.
That the who?
That the man of the earth may no more oppress.
That the man of the earth should no more oppress. He should hear. He should do what he promised to do, to rid the earth of these men that oppress men, that do evil. Okay? Next precept.
Isaiah chapter 56, verses 9 through 12.
I got it. All ye beasts of the field, come to devour. Yea, all ye beasts of the forest. His watchmen are blind. Jerusalem's watchmen are blind. They are all arrogant, ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. So when you read in Revelation, it says, for without are the dogs. This is why I say they're fornicators, spiritual fornicators. Let's get what dog is. A male prostitute, a fornicator. See? That's what the Most High calls dogs, not literally, not the species of dog. When he refers to a man as a dog, he's talking about a fornicator, a male prostitute. Again, someone will sell their soul for naught, right? So, you know what it says, for without our dogs in the woo, he's talking about these spiritual fornicators, okay? Next precept, it reads, his watchmen, these dogs, are blind. They're all ignorant. They're all dumb dogs. They cannot bark, sleeping, laying down, loving to slumber. These pastors can't bark. What's the premise of someone having a dog in their house? I'm gonna ask someone who don't have a dog in their house, like leave them on chains outside and cold. But anyway, let's go.
Warning.
Who?
For a warning.
For a warning. So these pastors would not bark. They would not warn the people of the coming destruction. They laying down, right? That's the worst thing you can have as a dog when somebody's attacking you. They laying down, looking at you like you crazy. But there's dogs like that. Some dogs run, for real. So the Most High is describing these watchmen, who's supposed to be watchmen. Okay, it says, his watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark, sleeping in a time of trouble. Laying down, loving to slumber. Yea, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough. And they are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look to their own way, every one for his gain, for his quarter. How far I'm going?
12.
Come ye, say they, I will fetch wine, and we will fill ourselves with strong drink, and tomorrow shall be as this day, and much more abundant. That's the mentality of the pastors. They're lazy dogs that cannot bark. They're ignorant. to the most of the Most High. This coming judgment. Next precept.
Next precept is Proverbs chapter 29, verses 1 and 2.
His job was to be a watchman. Most I say, love to slumber, drink strong drink, and say, let's live off this church's money. Let's have a good time.
Proverbs chapter 29, verses 1 and 2.
He that being often reproved, harden his neck. He that being often reproved, harden his neck, should suddenly be destroyed and without remedy. So it's saying those who are often reproved are hardening their necks, stiffening their necks. Right now, we're every week we get warning. Are we stiffening our necks? When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. This is why the Most High said this is our last time. This is the day of affliction. He's about to cause those who did not harden their necks to live in the sight. Because when the righteous rule, the people rejoice. And that's what he promised us. True peace. The real life that he promised us. I said, this ain't life. To get up and go to work every day, and to pay bills, to feed ourselves, this ain't life. Can never catch up. You just always tired. This ain't life. I was telling my wife, I hope I make it to the day when he said, every Jew upon his own tree. I want to be up on my tree with some of the best grape. You know? Yeah. Hey. Some of that Yasha wine. You say the best for last. You say the best for the kingdom. Let's get it. Next precept.
Luke chapter 17, verses 27 through 30. That's Luke chapter 17, verses 27 through 30. Con, when everyone is there. Con.
I'm aside 26. And as it was in the days of Noah, so should it be also in the days of the Son of Man. So again, he says that we are the children of light. We are not in darkness. We are the children of the day. Noah and his family were the children of the light, the children of the day. The whole world was in darkness. And that day came upon them as a thief in the night. They did eat. They drank. They married wives. They were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Likewise also as it was in the days of Lot. They did eat. They drank. They bought. They sold. They planted. They builded. So in the day the Messiah come, construction will still be going on. Men will still be hard at his plans. As they were in Lot's day. As they were in Noah's day. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Now see a difference between when the Most High do something? There's many people out in the state of California that's still living. Say it again. Both times they said what happened?
Destroyed them all and destroyed them all.
The first one was Noah's day, right? That's whole earth. 8 people made it. 8 people made it. told you, when the Most High do something, he does it. So those that he required to die, not one of them escaped. In Noah's day, in Lot's day, he destroyed the whole earth. No, he destroyed the 5 cities about it. Who survived? 3. Now, some houses burned up, some businesses burned up, except for the fire station. I guess that was made out of that fire that resisted that retarded fire retardant wood, whatever you called it. See, but everyone perished. That the Most High determined to die. So is that God's doing? People are still living, talking about it. When he does something, he does it. And the twig grew on that land since that day. No plant, no grass, nothing to this day. He said it would never grow again. And it hasn't. Let's get it. Where I'm at? But 29. How far I'm going?
30.
29. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven. Not from, man-made equipment. From heaven. And destroyed them all. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. I pray, my people, that we are in the congregation of the righteous. Because not one of us can escape if we live in iniquity. Next precept.
Luke chapter 21, verses 34 through 36. Luke chapter 21, verses 34 through 36. Con, when everyone's there. Con.
And take heed to yourselves. Again, watch. Take heed to ourselves. I said, now's the time for self-examination. Messiah, you don't want to believe me? Believe the Messiah. Now is the time to take heed to ourselves. It's like any time our hearts be overcharged with, surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that they come upon us unawares. See? Christ says, be careful. Never lose the proper perspective that we must have. Don't let nothing in this life distract us from our true purpose. And that is to keep his commandments. Where am I at? 35. For as a snare should it come on all them that dwell on the face of the earth. So he said, as a snare, these things would be he said, these things would be a snare to the whole earth. Let's go back to him. Let's get suffering. How he said. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to see what it means for you, brother. You ain't, it ain't surfing. You know what I mean? Right there. I'm gonna get this word. Was it debauchery? I said. Yeah, let me see something. So, debauch, right? It says to corrupt by intemperance or the inability to control ourselves, right? To lead away from virtue or excellence. To be led away through this course of life, okay? It says, at 25, 35, 34, it says, take heed right? Lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting. The inability to control ourselves, but it's talking about something first, right? Drunkenness, right? Spiritual and physical drunkenness. Like how the last scripture said, let us get strong drink, for tomorrow should be as it is was today. Our mentality is more on self-pleasure than doing the things that please God. Okay? So that's the mentality of a lot of people. It's always got to be up. They always be partying. Okay? And drunkenness and the cares of this life. There's nothing in this life that's going on that's more important than doing the things required of us by our Creator. Right? So that's what I said. We can't, be so overwhelmed with working. We have to work because, we sin, so we become slaves. But we cannot forget about our God. We have to still get our reading in, and we have to, more importantly, apply the things that we're reading and we're hearing on Sabbath. Okay? We must always be mindful of that. Let's not just get so caught up in the cares of this life. We have to take care of business, but we have to also give the Most High His portion. Okay? Sister said first. That's true. How far I'm going? 36. It says, for as a snare, it says, and so that they come upon you unawares. For as a snare should it come on all them that dwell on the earth, on the face of the whole earth. I'm going to read this. Watch ye therefore, and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. So he says, the Messiah said, watch ourselves therefore, and pray always. If we ain't praying, then that means we don't really got no relationship with the Most High. We're not even going to Him for consideration or guidance or nothing. We're totally relying on ourselves. Messiah said, pray always that we may be accounted worthy to escape all these things. Understand, worthy to escape all these things that should come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man in judgment. Next precept.
Acts chapter 13, verse 41. Acts chapter 13, verse 41. Con, when everyone's there. Con.
I'm going to start at 40.
Last three precepts.
Beware, therefore, lest that come upon you which is spoken of in the prophets. Behold, ye despisers, and wonder and perish. For I work a work in your days, a work which ye should in no wise believe, though a man declare it unto you. See? Though his servants declare it to you, you won't believe. Next precept.
2 Thessalonians chapter 1.
It says, behold, it says, beware lest that day you despise the Most High. Our conduct shows that we despise Him, and that day come up upon us as a thief. Where we at?
2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verses 3 through 12. 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verses 3 through 12. Con, when everyone's there. Con.
We are bound to thank Ahayah always for you, brethren, as it is meet, because that your faith groweth exceedingly, and the charity or love of every one of you all towards each other aboundeth, so that we ourselves glory in you in the churches of God, for your patience and faith in all your persecutions and tribulations that ye endure, which is a manifest token of the righteous judgment of God, that ye may be counted worthy of the kingdom of God, for which ye also suffer. seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. And to you who are troubled, rest with us. When Yahshua shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels, in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not God, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahshua, who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord, and from the glory of his power, when he should come to be glorified in his saints, and to be admired in all them that believe, because our testimony among you was believed in that day. Wherefore also we pray always for you, that our God will count you worthy of this calling. See, Kristen, it's a calling. And fulfill all the good pleasure of his goodness, and a work of faith with power, that the name of our Lord Yahshua may be glorified in you, and ye in him, according to the grace of our God and our Lord Yahshua. Last precept.
2 Peter chapter 2, verses 1 through 10. 2 Peter chapter 2, verses 1 through 10.
Con when everyone's there. But there was false prophets also among the people, even as there should be false teachers among you. That's why we was talking about when it says, here's one saying he should have peace. These things should not come upon him. These false prophets had taught them peace in a time of war. But there was false prophets also among the people, even as there should be false teachers among you, who privately should bring in damnable heresies, even denying our Lord, that brought them and bring into themselves swift destruction. And many should follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth should be evil spoken of. And through covetousness shall they with feigned words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not. For if God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved into judgment, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing the flood upon the world of the ungodly. You get an opportunity? How long did Noah and Manasseh and his family and the righteous priests for? 120 years. It says, beware. As the prophet said, beware ye despisers. Let us not be a despiser. And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with the overthrow, making them a what?
An example.
An example unto those that after shall live ungodly. So why should we live ungodly? We have examples. We have testimonies. These things were done for us, for our learning. The children of the last days, as an example unto those that after shall live ungodly, and deliver just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversations of the wicked. For that righteous man dwelleth among them. See, he dwelt among them, not separate from them, but the Most High deemed him righteous. So it's possible to be around wicked people and be righteous in God's sight. I mean, we don't have to do as they do. Hearing, he vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. Ahayah knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust until the day of judgment to be punished. That's it, right? 10. But chiefly, who should be punished? But chiefly, them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise government. Presumptuous they are, self-willed. They are not afraid to speak evil of deities. This judgment is preserved for them who should live after the flesh, the lust of uncleanness, who despise government. Control. Who despise his government. So my people, as the title says, it's beginning of sorrows. It's been the beginning of sorrows. And the Lord's day is near. I pray that everyone who has heard this lesson really consider in their hearts. All these things are happening because they're written to happen. As a warning, as a wake-up call. That more than a house will be burnt down when Messiah comes. So as he says, what the scripture was that? Luke. I think it was Luke. Luke 21:34. Luke 21:36. I'm going to leave y'all with this scripture. Watch ye therefore, and pray always, that ye may be counted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and stand before the Son of Man. With that, bid you Godspeed. It's Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
All hell Ahayah.
All hell Ahayah.
All hell Ahayah.
All hell Ahayah.